First of all, I certainly understand that. The Freedom Party is a party, if you look at the roots of the party, it is a successor organization and was founded by National Socialists. This is the history of the party. We're talking about the 50s. Now the FPÖ still has this taste, and I think for many Israelis there will be an issue, what kind of party is this today? But you know, I would say 1950 is not 2017. The party certainly has come a long way. We have seen in past years when members of the party had statements that were quite questionable. They were eliminated from the party or not. They didn't run anymore in the party. So I think the party has made some efforts, but I can certainly understand skepticism. To that I would say, let us watch the tree and the fruits that it brings, then we will know more. For now they're in government and, as I say, skepticism, I certainly understand.
Do you feel, Mr. Ambassador, that Mr. Strache, the Vice Chancellor now, is doing his utmost in order to erase or correct the tragic history of his party?
I'm sure that he's trying. You know, is it the utmost? I don't know. But I know that he's trying. Over the years, one has seen that there have been efforts.
Is he sincere?
Well, if someone is sincere, I would have to be able to look into their heart. That I cannot. But there have been actions, like I've mentioned, when there were parliamentarians who made statements, when there were party members who had something on their Facebook pages, the party took steps. That shows something. Maybe something else, if you will, in the government program that has just been adopted by the two parties. There's also one paragraph that talks about Austria's history. And it talks about Austria's and the complicity of many Austrians in the Holocaust. So they didn't shy away from this formulation, and they are apparently ready to accept this. You know that in Austria for all too many years it was quite popular to hide behind a story of being the first victim and therefore not responsible for anything. So the government program sounds different. So I would say that there is some development there. And now the government has 5 years to show its colors.
Do you believe that the Vice Chancellor is an anti-Semite?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think he made in past years a lot of steps, came to Israel, I think 5 times, tried to make contacts here. I think he's trying. You know, our Chancellor the other day said, everybody has a history, but everybody also deserves a chance. And I think that that is quite correct.
But you know that according to the agreement, the so-called agreement between our two countries, for instance, the Israeli ambassador to Vienna, Madame Lador, will not be able to talk to Mr. Strache. Is it normal procedure?
Well, I'm sure it's kind of complicated. It will be kind of complicated for you.
You are a very experienced diplomat. How do you think, what do you think about this arrangement?
Well, you know, it didn't surprise me all that much, because in past years, before the Freedom Party joined the government, it was the rule that Israeli members of your foreign service should not have contact with that party. So in a way, it's a continuation. It's now a bit of a new story, because now this is not an opposition party, but now we're talking about the Minister for Defense and the Minister for Infrastructure and this and that. But as you said, in this new rule, it says that your ambassador will be able to talk to civil servants. Being a civil servant, I know how important civil servants are. So that will kind of make the day-to-day work, I think, possible.
Let's assume that the Israeli ambassador to Vienna, Ms. Talia Lador, will visit one of the ministries which are under the responsibility of the Freedom Party, and maybe in the corridor she will see the minister. Do you think that she will say hello to him? Is she allowed to speak to him? Is it normal?
I think she'll have to run away and hide behind the next column. No, actually, I don't know that. She'll have to ask her foreign ministry what her reaction should be. But I think technically, the way it's written, she should not say hello to him. But as I said, I'm glad I don't have to tell her what to do. She'll have to ask her permanent secretary.
It's a very interesting precedent.
It is. It is in a way. But you know, diplomacy is full of challenges, and that's just another one.
What is the reaction of the Austrian public to the young age of the new Chancellor?
Yeah, he's very young. Suddenly, Mr. Macron in France with 39 years looks like an old man. He's very young, and I think he looks even younger than he is. He really has a baby face. But the Austrian public is used to him because he has been in government for 7 years. He was my foreign minister for 4 years. Before that, he was in the government responsible for integration. So the public got used to him and has seen that he has been at every government meeting for 7 years, around in the media, giving interviews, making political decisions. So I think they've seen that he's a serious and responsible politician. And interestingly enough, no one had an issue with age, and no one made a big fuss about it. And he once said, you know, the good thing about my age is that it gets better every day.
And probably he will retire before the age of 40.
That is likely. He always says that he thinks he will spend some 10 years in politics, and then there are still other phases in his life. So yes, we might see many other phases.
I thank you very much, Mr. Martin Weiss, the ambassador of Austria in Ramat Gan.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you.